Yo, Chef Bev family, what's going on? It's been a while since I picked up the cam with the vlogs. We back though, we back with the vlogs. Currently in Montana. Beautiful little backdrop, forest, lake. Yeah, we're in Montana. We've came a long way. We're on state number 41. Insane. The amount that's happened since really I've talked to the vlog is crazy. There's a lot going on, a lot of stuff in the works that you guys will be excited to see. A lot of potentials. Nothing is solidified yet. We're on state 41. Potentially might be on a TV show, a chef competition TV show. Just got done my second, I guess, audition, as you call it, for the show. Went awesome. Went really well. She was loved. She was obsessed with me, of course. You know, we're Chef Bev. We get it done. There's a good chance we could get on the show. But at the end of the day, the show was not part of our journey, right? So if we don't make it on, it's okay. We're still learning as we're going, right? This is just a side quest that happened to pop up. The opportunity arose, and I obviously was not going to sit there and let the opportunity pass. When the opportunity arises, you got to be ready. Stay ready, so you don't got to get ready. Shout out Chef TJ. But yeah, just got done. I know I just dropped that whole bomb on you guys. Like, what? TV show? What, right? What? What's that, right? But nothing solidified yet. But it was crazy that we had an audition. The fact that, you know, they even remotely DM'd us and hit us up was crazy. Yeah, we find out end of July if we've made it on the show or not. Yeah, so we just gotta play it by ear. But at the end of the day, we just gotta keep doing what we're doing. We're still going to all 50 states. We're still cooking each iconic dish in the state, right? We're in Montana, state number 41. 9 more states left. This journey has been life-changing already by itself. Whether we get on the show or not, whether even if we didn't finish the 50 states, even if we stopped right now, the journey has been insane. I've learned a tremendous amount. Just about not only food, not only culture, but about myself, right? About how to pivot when things don't work out. You know, being able to cook under extreme weather conditions, circumstances, just understanding a lot about me as a person, as a chef, getting to know what flavors go with what, getting to understand how I cook, what I like to cook, right? We're learning as we go, but it's just crazy that we could say we've already done 41 states. Y'all saw it at the beginning, literally at the beginning, since day one when I was sleeping in the whip and we went to Connecticut for the first state. You guys saw the moment I woke up out of my bed when I left to go, and we're here. I just want to get on here and say thank you guys so fucking much. I would not be able to do anything that I've done without you guys supporting, without you guys watching, without you guys messaging me, liking the videos, sharing the videos, commenting, whether it's good, whether it's bad, whether it's critique, whether it's just a good job, whether it's just whatever it is. It's support, and it just boosts, and I'm trying to think of the words, but it just really boosts me to that finish line of finishing, because we've had a lot of ups and downs right throughout the trip, just like anything in life. But you guys have really boosted all of this. You know, this would not be a thing without all your support. We started off on 400 followers on Instagram. We're currently at almost 2,600, so we've gained over 2,000 plus followers since the beginning of the trip. We started off, I think, at 300 subscribers. We're now at 750. We've gained 400 plus subscribers since doing this. Insane. The numbers are crazy, but, you know, again, not to focus on the numbers too much. Just the journey itself has just been such a learning experience. And I love you guys so much, but I wanted to come up here and update you guys. Potentially seeing Chef Bev on a cooking TV show is insane. I'll definitely let you guys know and keep you guys more updated about that. as it goes, and obviously update you guys more as we go through the journey. We're cooking bison burger in Montana. We had to pivot because they're known for huckleberry pie, but they're also known for their bison burger. Huckleberries don't grow during this time of the season, so we aren't able to get any. I've went to multiple places, asked multiple people. Haven't given up yet because I might be able to, you never know, somebody could have it, but it's not looking like we'll be able to find it. But again, even if we can't, we just pivot because, again, a lot of states have multiple iconic dishes, so we'll see how it goes from there. But I just wanted to come up in here and say thank you guys so much. Y'all, I can't even put into words how grateful I am for you guys. So I love you, Chef Bev fam. I will see you guys either in the next clip or I'll see you guys in the next vlog. Love y'all. Chef Bev certified. Good morning, vlog. What's going on? Or good morning, Chef Bev family. Y'all got names. Good morning. Sitting here with Mr. Bison himself. Got the grass-fed bison. It's frozen solid. So we're gonna have to wait for that joint to thaw out. I'm thinking about going to the rope swing that I was at earlier and seeing what that's about. I got a towel and I can go real quick to the store, get some swim trunks, and I say we just send it because we're gonna wait for this. We have to wait for this to thaw out before we do anything. I looked around to see if I could find anything that wasn't frozen, but I wasn't able to. So yeah, I think we should go to the rope swing and just vibe out, you know. Enjoy Montana while we're here. We're still like 5.5 hours away from Idaho, so we still have some time. We still got a little bit of a drive. That's gonna probably take a while, but if we, you know, bring it outside with us, maybe we'll potentially thaw out faster. Definitely still want to try to cook today. I think we'll still be able to do it. I think it shouldn't take that long to thaw out. So I think we'll still be able to have some sunlight to film and chef it up. So that's like that's the only thing that really we need to. We're not on like a time crunch. Like we don't have to cook between certain times, but it's gotta be light out. So yeah, we'll probably do that, but we'll probably have to like start driving towards Idaho tomorrow, if depending on how long it takes. So yeah, that's the plan. Just wanted to update you guys, get back into the groove with vlogging. Just uploaded the New Mexico video. Currently, it's uploading on TikTok, uploaded on Instagram and Facebook now, and then I have to upload it on YouTube. So as of currently, yeah, that's what we just did. That's state 38 that we just uploaded. So we still got Colorado and Wyoming sitting on the backlogs to upload, which is cool because I try to post every 2 days. I'll post it every 2 days, a new video. So if we chef it up today, we'll have, again, 3 videos still to post. And this will be state 41. Yeah, so that's it. I'm gonna catch y'all in the next clip. Yo, vlog, what's going on? Probably the last clip that you guys saw was probably me when I was in Montana. Yeah, I haven't picked up the camera since then. I'm in Utah currently now. Crazy. I figured I had to pick up the camera where I'm at right now because it's ridiculous. Like, look at that, bro. Insane. Like, that's not even real. I was all the way over there. I was all the way over there. It's this crazy looking like structure. Yeah, it's all spray painted and shit. I didn't do anything, so just letting y'all know if any police are watching. Completely legal. But yeah, I'm on this like trail hike. I actually went over there too, on kind of in that region on that side of the mountain. I was hiking over there and then kind of ended. It kind of ended and it was kind of sketch. Not even really sketch. It just kind of wasn't like anything crazy. I was like scaling the side of this mountain and there wasn't really anything much left, so I just was like, probably should go somewhere else. And then I saw this trail and I was like, let me go over here. But yeah, I'm just trying to update you guys, you know, trying to get back into the vlog. Oh my god, I got dust everywhere because I scaled the side of I had to scale the side of the mountain again and went down. But yeah, I just wanted to update you guys where we're at currently. We're in beautiful Utah. This is obviously, but this is one of the most beautiful states you can come to. Like, you immediately know when you're in Utah. Like, the difference in just the mountains is ridiculous. Like, I came from Idaho, and as soon as I crossed over, it was like immediately you could just tell that the landscape, the mountains are so close. Like, they're literally right there. You can grab them. They're right there. They're so up in your face, and they're huge, and they're just insanely pretty everywhere you go. Almost ate shit. But yeah, this is one of my favorite states by far scenically. Like, there's really nothing that compares to Utah. It's just so beautiful. But yeah, we're gonna be driving more. We're in Logan, Utah as of currently, and we're gonna be driving more down. We have to go all the way down. We're going to Williams, Arizona after this, and it's about like a 10-hour drive, so I gotta go about halfway like down, and it's a hefty ride, and it's gonna be fun though. But I was gonna cook today, but instead I'm just gonna drive probably because I think it's almost a 10-hour drive, so I'm probably gonna drive about half of it, and drive about half, stop wherever I have to stop to chill. Then tomorrow we can cook the dish and then head to Arizona, and we'll be closer, so then we can go cook that dish either that same day, or we can chef it up the next day, because then after that we're headed to big Las Vegas, Nevada, and we're gonna chef up there obviously, but maybe not in Vegas, but we're gonna chef up in somewhere in Nevada. But we are going to Vegas. We're linking up with a special guest. You guys will see that special guest at some point. I'll make sure I pull out the camera to vlog it. I think, a lot of the locals will appreciate this special guest. He's an icon within my friendship. Everybody knows him. So yeah, I'm excited to link up with him. So yeah, that's pretty much it. We're just gonna go down the rest of this mountain and head over to the whip and probably start driving, maybe wash my hands. So, but yeah, catch y'all sometime in the next clip. We are in Provo, Utah right now. We are currently at, you guys can't see, it's a hospital right there. Posted up in the parking lot. We just been chilling, watching some YouTube, relaxing. Yeah, so we're probably about, I think I looked it up, we're about like 7 hours and 50 minutes away from Williams, Arizona. We still do have to cook here though, so definitely gotta chef it up in Utah still, which we're gonna be doing here. Most likely, should be able to find a place to just pull up and chef. So that's the plan tomorrow. Is I'm gonna chef it up here, and then as soon as I finish that, I'll head towards Arizona. I probably can do that whole drive. But it depends, because I don't really need to be in Vegas and technically until Tuesday. Technically till Tuesday to meet up with our special guest, because they get there on Monday night, and so I could technically get there Tuesday and whatever, but I'll probably be in Vegas by Monday. So tomorrow we'll chef up at Utah, start heading towards Arizona. If we get there, cool, we'll spend the night there. If we don't, then we'll at least be relatively close enough to get there by Sunday. So we'll definitely be in Arizona on Sunday, and then we can chef up that dish either on Sunday, or we can chef it up Monday morning, or Monday or whatever, and then head to Vegas, because From Williams, it's 3 hours. And if you guys may not know this, Williams is my second home, as I call it. My home away from home, because that is where I moved when I left home for the first time and traveled across the country for the first time ever by myself. When I moved from the East Coast to Arizona, I got a job there and worked in Williams, in a small town, and worked for the Grand Canyon Railway Hotel at the buffet. I was chefing it up there. That was my first ever, like, quote unquote spot living by myself. I lived in an RV over there. So whenever this is my 5th time driving across the country, if you counting there and back. So every time I'm able to, always gotta go back to my roots and appreciate where everything started, because I really wouldn't be able to have the balls and confidence to do this type of trip, if I wouldn't have done that, took that risk before, when I left. So I can always thank Williams, made me the person that I am today, made me the chef that I am today. Shout out Chef Scott. He was the food and beverage director and chef there, and he did a lot for me. So, but yeah, so we're gonna go there and chef it up, and then we'll go to Vegas, and then after that we have this 45th state. So then we're gonna be on 46, which is California, and then we'll go to Oregon, 47, and then we'll go to Washington. That's 48, and then this whole map right here is done. Then we have to go to the farthest 2 states, Alaska and Hawaii. I don't even know what to call them, but those are, like, I guess the iconic states in this journey. We're doing iconic dishes. Those are the iconic states in this journey. Everybody since day one, even myself, have been asking me about, oh, what are you gonna do when you get to Alaska? What are you gonna do when you get to Hawaii? Like, how are you gonna do that? So then it's time to put as you would say, the pen to paper. Maybe, I don't know if that's a saying, but it's time to, speak those words into the truth and the existence. We're gonna be actually doing it. Since day one, it was like that idea of like, oh, I'm gonna drive to Alaska, oh, I'm gonna fly to Hawaii, but sooner or later, and it's really soon, we're gonna be there in that position. I'm excited for it. It's gonna be the hardest part of the trip, for sure. Just really Alaska. Hawaii will be difficult just because we don't have any of our equipment, but I think it's gonna be easier just because we get to fly there and everything. So I think they're both hard in their own ways. We just witnessed a crime on camera, but they're both hard in their own ways. Alaska is the driving aspect of it, is going to be long. I was trying to do my research as much as I can to not cheat the system, but to make it, the most logical way of going to Alaska, being physically in the state and chefing up there, without having to go the farthest and farthest. Because, the idea is to get to each state, cook in each state, right? That is the basic rules of this. There's not really many rules to this whole journey besides being in the state, crossing the line, taking a picture with the sign, and cooking in that state, so that's that's the only rule. So it's not like we have to go to a certain spot in Alaska. Like, I don't gotta go to Fairbanks or whatever, which is so far. Like, that's, if I drove there, that takes from Seattle, because I'll be in Washington, crossing over the Canadian border. That would take probably over 2 days to drive it. So I did find a spot, in Alaska that is, I think, about 18 hours from Seattle, which is still a lot, but compared to what I was going to, because I was going to go to Juneau and there was all these other spots, it's the most logical, and it's one of those things where you want to, work smarter, not harder. I'm not gonna sit there and drive to Juneau, which is like 39 hours, just to go chef the dish up, when I could go way shorter and shave off shave off 20 hours, like almost a full day, to shave it off. So yeah, like, why would I not do that? So obviously, since I said this since day one, that is the plan, but nothing ever goes according to plan. Nothing ever goes to what we say it's gonna do. This whole trip, I had an idea of how everything was gonna go. I didn't plan it to the extreme where I was like, I'm gonna be here, right? Just been flowing as I go. There's been a lot of hiccups. There's been a lot of trial and error this entire trip. But the fact of the matter is, we've made it to 43 right now. We're at state 43. And I don't know about you, but that's a fuck ton of states. So we are over 90% done, We're literally on the home stretch. It's just the home stretch is really the home stretch. It would have been way different if we started in Alaska, right? Drove all the way from there. And then, flew to Hawaii and then drove all through these states. Then it would be like, we got the hard shit out the way in the beginning, right? But, this just really tests how much the Chef Bev fam is about it. How much Chef Bev is about it. And how much he can keep his word, right? That was, not to get deep or anything, but, like, that's, like, one of the biggest reasons of this entire trip for me. Was really to see if I could really sit there, not only go travel and, do this challenging thing, which, obviously that in itself is an accomplishment, being able to do this, right? But for me, it was really, like, strongly about just committing to something and keeping my word. I feel like I've struggled with that more recently, and I never really, I feel like, used to do that, like, struggle with that, but I feel like this past year or two, with just how life has been going for me, that I've just struggled with committing to things and keeping my word. And I just told myself, you know what, dude, if you can do this, right, if you can commit to going to all 50 states in your Honda Civic, right, and actually do it and cook each dish in that iconic state, you can commit to that, right, which is an insane thing to do. You can commit to those other little things, and it's about those little things that matter, because they add up in the end, So I really is like, that's a big, not say that's the only reason, but that is a big reason for this trip for me, is really just being able to show myself and prove to me, right? It's not about anybody else. Not about proving it to friends or family or, the subscribers or followers that are watching, And again, I'm grateful for everybody, the Chef Bev fam, friends, family, everybody that's watching and supporting me. I'm grateful for everybody. But at the end of the day, this is really, truly to show me and prove to me that you can fucking do really anything you put your mind to. Even the most insane ideas and things that you think is completely impossible, right? When I first had this idea, bro, I thought this shit was impossible, right? I mean, not that I thought it was impossible, but pretty close to it. I was like, yo, cooking each dish in the state, driving to every state, right? The driving part, not really, but, like, cooking each dish in the state. It's like, without having, connections in every state, not being able to cook in the house. You're cooking outside in extreme temperatures and weather conditions, rain, snow, extreme wind, like, all those different things, and finding places to cook and washing the dishes, like, all this stuff. I'm thinking, like, dude, doing that on top of driving, and then, editing the videos and I was like, seems very, like, absurd. But we're 43 states in. Looks like I proved my past self and my doubt completely wrong, because it wasn't, and it still isn't. And, you know, it's even more possible now. Because as we progress, you know, we realized, like, oh shit, this is possible, you know? Picked up the rhythm. But yeah, so that's pretty much it. That's all I wanted to say. I know I haven't been vlogging as much, but I definitely, for this last straw and hump, I really want to try to vlog as much as I can, because this is the home stretch, and I really want to showcase that. I'm glad I showcased a lot at the beginning. I didn't show as much in the middle. I feel like in the middle I kind of stopped, but this is like the hump, and I really want to showcase like the journey of everything, of finishing and then traveling back home and everything. But yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. But I do want to say, you know, as cliche as it may sound, oh my god, as cliche as it may sound, you can do anything in this life. You truly can. And I'm not saying this, you know, to joke or anything, being all dead ass serious. You watching, you can do anything you put your mind to. Anything. Doesn't, even if you think with this, and you know, that's our brains always are always going to be like, there's always going to be doubt, and it's usually out of just like keeping us safe, right? Our brains want to keep us safe, so when we think of extreme things that may have a risk or everything, we play out the pros and cons. Now, I mean, I feel like that's just how humans think. Maybe not everybody, but speaking for me, I mean, I do think like that. But you can think like that, and it's okay to have, you know, plans and stuff and be safe and everything. But just know that not 9 times out of 10, you know, being successful in whatever you're doing will always come with a little bit of risk, right? And what's life without risk? You know, playing it safe will only get you so far, A, and B, it's just, I don't know, me personally, I think it makes life way more worth living by taking certain risks, right? And again, it doesn't have to be this, right? Your risk and my risk and the person next to you's risk are different. It's the same thing as success. Everybody's version of success is different. Your version of success might be money, big houses, cars. My version of success is just straight up being happy and doing what I love, like, right? And not to hate on the money. Obviously, everybody wants money, right? But that's not my successful, like, that's not my definition of success, you know? You could be a billionaire but be completely depressed and hate your life and have nobody around you, you know, just not feeling like you. But you could be, you know, poor, or not poor, but like not rich, you know, and be doing something that you completely love and having a nice, beautiful circle of people that love and support you, and vice versa, and right? And it's like, which one would you rather have, right? And you just have to decide that for yourself, though. And, you know, you can't, I'm not saying that you can't have both. You can, right? You can. But understanding which ones to chase first, right? Understanding that chasing money is not going to lead to excessive happiness. All right? And I'm saying that as a person that does not have an insane amount of money. You know, it's different when you see like successful people be like, money is not the root, you know, of being. It's like, okay, well, it's easy for you to say that. You got it, right? I know that for a fact. It's not. Because I've been in jobs where I could pick jobs where I've made more money, right? But was not happy, and I hated that shit. I would rather pick a job that pays way less and I'm happy and enjoying it and enjoying my life, right? Than sit there and do a job that I hate but make a bunch of money. It's like, what's the fulfillment in that? I don't know. I'm rambling, but I just really wanted to add that note. I hope this trip motivates at least one person to chase that dream that you have, you know, apply for that job, take that risk, you know, do whatever it is that you've thought about in your mind, and you're like, you know, I really want to do that, but then you always maybe sit there and be like, but I can't. You play all the pros and cons out. I hope this motivates you to just take that step, right? Jump into that pool. Just do it. Worst thing that happens is you learn from it and move on. That's it, Chef Bev fam. That's it for this part. Damn, 17 minutes rambling. But I will catch you guys in the next vlog. Stay positive. Stay positive. Do what you love. And keep watching the Chef Bev all 50 states journey. Hashtag Bev eats the states. Shout out Eric for that saying. We talked about that at the dinner table, and he came up with that hashtag, Bev eats the states. So shout out him. But I'll catch y'all, Chef Bam. Love you.